Hello, I'm your host Stella Voon, Senior Marketing Specialist from Advantex Embedded AI Group. We're very honored to have our eco-partners in wireless field, Qualcomm, NXP, Tecra, and E Ink together to accelerate the breakthroughs of 5G and Wi-Fi 6. As always, don't be shy to ask any question through the online platform at any point in time, so our experts can help you. Without further ado, let's welcome Mike Ruggieri, Sales Development Executive from Advantex, to give us an overview on how to demystify the upcoming wireless technologies, challenges, and applications. Mike, over to you.
Hi, I'm Mike Ruggieri, Sales Development Manager with Advantech. Today I will be presenting the topic, Demystifying Upcoming 5G and Wi-Fi 6 Potential Challenges and Applications. The main four challenges in the embedded wireless industry are: where can the customer find multiple wireless technologies from a single supplier? Where can they find a wireless solution combining both stability and reliability? Where can they find a product that has both the longevity and wide operating temperature support at the same time? And where can they find a partner that can handle the software integration and certification service? Beyond these four challenges, other challenges include many solutions on the market are consumer grade and not true industrial grade. They have commercial longevity of only 1 or 2 years lifespan. And for smaller emerging projects, there is little or no hardware or software support. Advantech is meeting these challenges head-on with a wide variety of innovative technologies such as Wi-Fi, wireless, GPS, and LPWAN. We offer industrial-grade solutions with true longevity and combine that portfolio with a full hardware and software support team. Here is a brief overview of Advantech's wireless module solutions. These are stable, reliable, industrial-grade solutions including AIW 100 series for Wi-Fi applications, AIW 200 series for GPS, 300 series for LTE and 5G, and 400 series for Bluetooth requirements. Many of these modules are pre-certified in different countries, ready for a multinational deployment. Additionally, we are excited to offer our certified wireless kit, which is really built for speed. Speed both in the solution itself and for the customer's time to market. Advantech offers our WDIS, or Wireless Design-In service. This service includes, but is not limited to, wireless connection software services, including driver support for different operating systems, system performance evaluations, system RF certification services, and wireless antenna customization. There are typically 3 main methods of getting a wireless system certified. The customer can select a module from Advantech and work with the lab to have it certified, or they can select a module, have Advantech then handle the system integration and lab certification, or finally, they can simply leverage our certified wireless kit solution. So I've mentioned it a couple of times. What is a wireless kit? It is an FCC and CE pre-certified kit, including potentially carrier-grade certification in the future as well. A great deal of time and money can be saved by using this kit, in that the customer will only be required to spend time and money on the EMC and EMI certification. Again, this kit solution is built for speed. Today we have 2 cutting-edge wireless technologies available in the market, 5G and Wi-Fi 6. The main target applications for 5G are transportation and outdoor wireless, with the data and network being managed by the carrier companies. For Wi-Fi 6, the target applications range from IoT and manufacturing to enterprise and retail, with the network and data typically being owned by the enterprise. Advantech provides a range of robust solutions for overcoming the potential challenges with all of these target applications. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. In the following Tech Talk, you're going to hear about the next generations of 5G and Wi-Fi 6 and the certification path from Katal Gandhi, Director of Business Development from Qualcomm. Jay White, Senior Marketing Managers from NXP, and Juan Carlos Mora Jimenez, Growth Management Director from Decron.
Hello, my name is Ketal Gandhi and I work at Qualcomm Technologies as Business Development Director in our Connected Smart Systems Group, which falls under IoT Business Unit. There has been a lot of buzz about 5G and AI in tech industry over the last few years. But often the buzz is about how 5G will greatly improve the connectivity speed for consumer mobile devices and how AI will enable new consumer experiences. While the consumer industry is certainly going to benefit from these technologies, enterprise and industrial segments is where we will see the major transformation of these technologies. Let's start with the numbers. What does this mean in terms of economic impact? We had commissioned an independent 5G economy study that projected that over $13 trillion of economic benefits will be generated by 5G. And the biggest impact will come from digital transformation of industries like construction, mining, agriculture, manufacturing, retail, healthcare, smart cities, education, and so on. So what is exactly about 5G that will enable these transformation? We are very well aware of the extreme data rates in multi-gigabits per second that 5G will enable, but often overlooked are other characteristics of 5G that will enable mission critical and control use cases and give us the ability to deploy massive Internet of Things. Ultra-high reliability can replace wires in factories, for example, to enable manufacturers to deploy configurable factories. Ultra-low latency will mean the robots will help us with the precision that's needed in remote surgery use cases. Extreme mobility will allow warehouses and retail to utilize automatic guided vehicles for picking and fulfillment. Deep coverage means farms and fields and oil rigs in remote places can enable massive sensor network for remote monitoring and troubleshooting. And I can go on, but you get the idea. The bottom line is that different devices deployed in an industrial and enterprise setting will have different data rate, latency, and reliability requirements, and 5G can support all of those. The question is, how is that possible? 5G is more than yet another air interface technology. It is a unifying connectivity fabric for future innovation. The inherent strength of 5G is that it has been designed to be a platform that can handle diverse set of services from extreme broadband with fiber-like speeds to mission-critical sub-millisecond latencies over a diverse set of spectrum from below 1 GHz to millimeter wave, supporting a diverse set of deployment models from macro to indoor to private networks. In short, 5G is a platform that can handle not only today's diverse needs, but is designed to be future-proof for yet-to-be-designed services. Another important aspect of 5G is that this is the first time that the cellular network standards groups are designing for industrial use cases from ground up instead of having it as an afterthought, which also allows us to imagine that 5G will bring the digital transformation of these industrial use cases. The diverse set of deployment models are the most interesting aspect of 5G for digital transformation of industrial use cases. Instead of just relying on carrier-owned and managed network, industrial customers can have mixed ownership scenarios with deployment of private networks for more critical and local needs and rely on public networks for more traditional use cases. Big retailers, warehouse owners, and manufacturers are already engaging with us in case studies on how they can best leverage private network deployments in 5G to achieve the best performance and total cost of ownership. Another aspect of 5G is multi-spectrum support. And millimeter wave support in higher bands is one of the most exciting new development in 3GPP release 15 and 16. Millimeter wave enables large bandwidths, 25 times more than what's being used for 3G and 4G today. Greater capacity for dense deployments and extreme low latency. Now, speaking of the 3GPP release, here is the 5G roadmap. As you can see, while the first release were focused on smartphone and other consumer use cases, in 2020, Release 15 enabled support for millimeter wave and private networks for enterprises. Further evolution of those features and more in Release 16 will enable industrial IoT use cases in 2021. So the time is now to act to be part of this revolution. And to do our bit to be part of this revolution, Qualcomm just recently launched the first of its kind X65 Modem with RF capabilities that will support 10 gigabit 5G speeds and many more Release 16 features that can be further upgraded as the rollout continues. We talked about private networks and millimeter wave support earlier. This product brings that to our customers who can further build on it and be part of the revolution. Data is the new oil, as they say, and access to this data and information and the capability to process this data to turn into something useful is key for digital transformation in industrial IoT. And for that to happen, you need to have not only connectivity, but also compute and security. Low power compute is a necessary component, spanning from powerful on-device processing, machine learning to edge cloud services. We believe that only by combining these three components, compute, security, and connectivity, can you reach the full potential of Industry 4.0. We believe in this distributed intelligence paradigm with advent of 5G. For the digitized world to scale efficiently in a meaningful way, we cannot go back to the centralized cloud for everything because it just can't scale to handle the massive amount of data. The role of central cloud will continue to be around big data and training of AI. So come 5G and AI together, we will have the ability to process those massive amount of data at the source and to truly enable a digitized world. We see rapid proliferation of power efficient on-device inference, AI inference today, especially to enhance use cases, but the interplay with 5G will enable new use cases and verticals. But in the future, we see fully distributed AI with lifelong on-device learning, which allows for next level of personalization with privacy. This is one of our AI research areas. So you pass on the refined values from device out to the edge cloud for bigger aggregated value. In a nutshell, we need all three parts to interplay: the cloud, the edge cloud, and the devices. And as we talk about sensitive data processing and communication, and that too at the scale that is required for digital transformation, security is very important. 5G inherently has built-in security features, but having hardware root of trust-based security at the device level to protect data capture, data processing, data at rest, and data in transit is a must. To help you in this journey of digital transformation, Advantech has developed pre-certified 5G and 4G modules based on Qualcomm Technologies cellular products. I encourage you to look at AIW344 and AIW355 module, which is based on Qualcomm SDX55 5G modem. Advantech offers design services for your device development so you could focus on your application and differentiate your solution. Good luck on your journey and thank you.
Hello, my name is Jay White, Senior Marketing Manager with NXP. And today we're going to talk about Wi-Fi 6 and accelerating breakthroughs in different industries. But before we start talking about, breakthroughs and so forth, let's take a step back to talk about exactly what Wi-Fi 6 is and how it can accelerate those next generation breakthroughs. Wi-Fi 6 is a generational change for the Wi-Fi standard. When you take a look back at Wi-Fi throughout the years, previous generations of Wi-Fi really focused on individual device performance. So trying to take an individual device and getting the data from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And that was great, but as we look at what IoT has done for the industry and finding that there's more devices on the network, you start realizing that individual device performance has its limits. And so one of those big limitations is efficiency. When you have a lot of wireless devices on a network trying to fight over spectrum, trying to fight over airtime, you find out that individual device performance runs into kind of some roadblocks. And so herein lies Wi-Fi 6. Wi-Fi 6 was introduced as high-efficiency Wi-Fi. And they've implemented some really key features to improve network efficiency, to reduce latency, to improve power consumption. And all this adds up to being able to create a wireless network that's more scalable, it's more efficient, and it improves the overall performance of all the devices on a network, not just the individual device performance. So Wi-Fi 6 has a couple key features. We'll go over those real quickly and talk about exactly how those correlate to different use cases. So one of the key, a couple of the key features and functions of Wi-Fi 6, first off is they've changed the modulation type by implementing OFDMA. So OFDMA really allows for improved efficiency of the available spectrum. So when you look at OFDMA versus previous OFDM modulation, you can expect up to about 60% more efficiency than previous modulation. So now you have essentially 60% better capacity on the network. And then you take that and marry that up to the available spectrum. So Wi-Fi 6 doesn't just work in 5 gigahertz, it works in 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and then also the upcoming 6 gigahertz band. So now you have more spectrum available with a more efficient modulation scheme. It allows for more devices on the network and more overall network capacity. They've done a couple other things as well, though. I mean, when you look at one of the big things that people typically try to focus on is battery power and consumption. So Wi-Fi 6 has a new feature called target wake time. It allows devices to remain asleep for longer periods of time, thus reducing overall system power consumption. Another thing where power consumption runs into is with the reduced latency that you realize with OFDMA and some of the other improvements. So when you're reducing latency, that means you have less time on air, and therefore also reducing how long the transmitter needs to be on. There's other things as well, though. I mean, when we look at how Wi-Fi 6 uses the available spectrum with BSS coloring, be able to do spectrum reuse. You look at things like 1024 QAM. So every packet that you send has it's a more dense packet structure. You look at things like multi-user MIMO, both upstream and downstream. And all this really just adds up to a really efficient network. But how does that correlate to different types of industry? How does that accelerate innovation? A couple different places you could see this in would be different areas around, for example, healthcare. Healthcare is a great example of where Wi-Fi 6 can shine. When we look at a typical hospital, there's more wireless devices in a hospital today than there were 10 years ago. And one of the big things in hospital is being able to push mobility. So mobility with a patient can improve the patient's outcomes, gives them a sense of freedom as they can move throughout a hospital. And having more wireless devices allows them to reduce the amount of cables and hookups to a patient. So Wi-Fi 6 is a great improvement to this area. So as more devices are on the wireless network, hospitals tend to be over congested. So things like BSS coloring and spatial reuse will be highly important for a medical environment. You look at reduced latency, so now you can reduce the airtime needed to send and receive packets, similar with multi-user MIMO upstream and downstream. And you can really start to realize some of those benefits. It's again going back to the individual device performance versus the network as a whole. When you're in a hospital, you don't just want one patient to be to get all the throughput, and so Wi-Fi 6 allows you to spread that spread that efficiencies across the entire wireless network so that all the devices on a network can realize a better quality of service. Yeah, another great area where we're seeing Wi-Fi 6 being used is specifically in Industry 4.0, with things like machine condition monitoring, and particularly AR and VR. We're finding that there's quite a few use cases around smart glasses and augmented reality. And smart glasses are interesting. They're increasing traction in industry, really because of their ability to overlay digital twins for the assembly and maintenance workers, to provide on-screen instruction. And so this is really changing how we view, typical day-to-day things. But smart glasses are interesting because they have a unique requirement around connectivity. They require robust connectivity, mainly because of their reliance on video, low latency connectivity, and really, real-time data visualization. And so when you look at, again, previous generations of Wi-Fi weren't able to accomplish, what you can do from a latency, spectrum, efficiency, and quality of service point of view. So Wi-Fi 6 is really ideal for, areas with, or use cases requiring smart glasses, AR and VR. I mean, of course, as you see, Wi-Fi is such a ubiquitous connectivity method throughout the industry. I mean, there's Wi-Fi in virtually every corner of every building. And so that really makes it prime for things, for example, machine condition monitoring, if you look at a factory. So previously, Wi-Fi, consumed quite a bit of power. And again, it had some spectrum efficiency issues, but those have been addressed with Wi-Fi 6. And so now you can start to put Wi-Fi in sensors that previously, didn't have Wi-Fi. And by putting Wi-Fi in sensors, now it means that you have more mobility, you have more flexibility in where you put these sensors, how you can manage updates, if you need to make any kind of changes to the layout of a factory, especially with things like co-packing, where you have machines that are being taken down and put up very quickly. Having wireless connectivity in these different machines can really help with the mobility and the setup and teardown times. So if there's anything to take away from today's presentation, it's really that Wi-Fi 6 isn't just an iterative change for Wi-Fi. It really is a generational change. It's changing the way that we use Wi-Fi. It's changing the use cases that Wi-Fi can be used in. It's really adding those enhancements and those benefits that can drive innovation. And there's plenty of new use cases out there. We just have to go out and find them.
Yes, during this webinar, we are presenting a very interesting topic related to product certification. DECRA and Advantex have been working together to develop a program or a path for certification for Advantech customers that are implementing their wireless kits. A very simple, easy, and very cost-effective proposal. So let me show in the next slides how is this working. Thank you. We have this path created for certification where IoT products built with Advantech components will have a very easy certification process with DECRA. DECRA, we will have all Advantech component certification documents and test reports. So with those documents, we can leverage Advantech clients' testing process. So you will not need to repeat the testing that was done for Advantech components, only what you are adding on top of that. All integrated products with all possible sets of components will be pre-evaluated by DECRA experts very well in advance. So with that, we can provide a very quick response to clients using the same sets of components. Advantech, of course, no need to say that they will support DECRA for their customer certifications. Projects will be quick, simple, and a very competitive cost. And Advantech customers will be able to track the projects online. DECRA will provide the tools to monitor and to handle the projects on a web link where you can really see and share those project process or progress. DECRA extensive know-how on product certification will be available for all Advantex developers community, while DECRA will cover for sure all the certification needs. So you need to concern because we will be having all this portfolio of services for you. What is this path for the IoT industry for certification? How does it mean? We just develop a very straightforward certification process in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is when you purchase the components from Advantech website, you will get access to our via a link or a button, or you can click, and you will go to the step 2 when you can fill the information regarding the project and the requirements for testing needed. And in the step 3, you will receive a proposal, very quick proposal to complete the certification. Let's go one by one the steps. So in the product definition, you will be selecting or deciding which components you will need to have for your final product implementations. Then you could go to Advantech website and select those wireless kits in order to build the product, something that you already do. And once you purchase them, you will be addressed to www.decra.com, where you can have access to our global service of certification via a very good process, a very optimized process. So the landing page you will reach, it looks like this. So with several fields that we need to fill it up. So let me go one by one, the fields that we needed to complete. The first field is the Advantex wireless kits. So we will put all these Advantex kits into a list. So you just need to select them. And okay, what happened if you have more kits or more components that are not from Advantech? Don't worry, we have a field where you can place, or you can really indicate us what other components are not from Advantech. So you like antennas or other ones, just tell us the model, the manufacturer, and the characteristics, very basic information, so that we can know which one is it, so we can take into consideration these other components. The next field to be filled is the product description. We need to know what sort of product it is, if it's a router, or it is an alarm system, or it is a different IoT product. And please, very important information is what sort of technologies you are implementing, for instance, Wi-Fi or 5G, so you have both. It's good to know because we give us a flavor of the product, and the frequency bands you are using. Plus, if you have any batteries or AC/DC charger. The next point on information we need is the target countries you plan to sell the product. So we need to know where you plan to deploy or to commercialize your product. For instance, in Europe, in the US, in Taiwan, in China, Japan, or any other country you are targeting to place the product into the market. Next, it is good to tell us when do you plan to start the project for testing or certification, so we can assign the proper resources and book the facilities, of course. Next is if you have some additional testing requirements or certification requirements that are not related to the type approval or the country approval, like for instance, industry association testing. If you have a Wi-Fi and you want to have the Wi-Fi logo, then you will require Wi-Fi alliance testing. Same if you are selling this product to an operator that is part of this global certification forum or PTCRB for North America operators, you can tell us which one you want to complete, and then click submit. Then you will reach the next page, which is the contact information. So you have to tell us about yourself or your company, and especially pay attention to the country, because based on the country you choose, this information will be sent to one of our DECRA account managers that are located nearby. So, okay, one is completed all this information, click submit, and then you will reach us. The information will arrive to the closest DECRA account manager to you, and he will or she will discuss with the DECRA experts to really create the full proposal for certification. So we will send you that, in a very quick manner with preferred access to the lab. So that will be giving you a quick time response for the testing or the certification process, where the timelines of the whole process will be very reduced, considering all the Advantech products certification that was done before, and for sure, a very competitive. Once you accept the proposal, and the DECRA account manager will send you a detailed schedule, so the project plan, and a login and password to access our DECRA Task Force 1 project management tool. This is a tool to track all your project online. The password can be shared, or the login can be shared in your team, so your team can really look at that, or even for your customers or your management. So that will be an important tool that we can track how is the project going. And in the whole process, you will have a very good and dedicated support. So this is how it looks, our DECRA Task Force 1 project management tool that we have developed for our own projects, and we will customize it, and we're already customized for Advantex customers too. So here we have the login and password, and when you enter into this web-based link, it's a web-based application, so it can be accessed from anywhere. You will enter into that information. Let me show what sort of information you will see. You will see the number of countries you have chosen and how is the status of the certification in each country. And that's include the samples, whether they have arrived or not. I mean, the documents you are needed to fill it up, they will be also stored here. And of course, the testing process. So where the testing has started and when it has been finished, and when we expect the certification to be completed. It will be a very organized information that you can easily share, as we said. And you will have also here the very detailed status of every single technology that you have in the product regarding the test results that have been obtained. So which test cases you have been executed, which one has been completed, and for all the technologies. And the very good thing is that we will keep all this information for 10 years, including the test reports and the certificates for the country. So no matter what, no matter when, you can access to it and download them and have it available for any customer or any purpose. So you don't worry anymore about saving those very critical information. We will save it for you. Why Advantech selected DECRA is we are a global company. We are a worldwide company. We are more than 44,000 employees. We have presence in 50 countries. We have 15 laboratories with more than 2,200 experts that can help and are really specialized in testing and certification. We have a notified body. We have a notified body for Europe and telecommunication certification body for the US and foreign certification body for Canada. So we have a good a group of experts that to support here. As you can see, we are located in multiple countries, and the laboratories are located in all the main regions. So your projects will be served on your time zone and in your language with the people close to you. That's very important for project communication. Other values we have, as you can see, we have a wide range of testing and certification services for wireless and cellular. So we are a Wi-Fi Alliance laboratory. We are a 5G accredited laboratory, so we can run these programs. We are also, we have a very good background in telecom, consumer, automotive, medical, and industrial market segments. So we know what those markets are needing. And we have accreditations for quality assurance and quality of the services. Plus, we have a very good range of authorizations and accreditation from multiple industry associations. So the guarantee of certification is covered by DECRA. So thank you. I hope this seminar or this webinar has been of your interest, and you can use, if you have any question, please contact us. Juan Carlos Mora, my name, and Ching Yi-chan, who is based in Taiwan, are the main program managers for this. But you will get, of course, local support too from our DECRA account managers. Thank you again. Please be safe and healthy.
Thank you, Ketil, Jay, and Juan for sharing with us. Upcoming is the wireless application sharing. Let's welcome Thomas Kastner, Senior Director for Advantex Europe, who will talk about the sensors fast track to the cloud. Andy Lin, Senior Managers for Advantech, joined by Jadeline, Product Managers from E-Ink, will be discussing e-paper for future smart factory solution, and Ben Shen, Director of Business Development for Advantech, will conclude with private 5G network.
Hello everyone and welcome to Advantech Connect. My name is Thomas Kastner, Senior Director Embedded Software in Advantech Europe. In the following minutes, I will be introducing one of our new product lines for 2021, Device on Module. Before jumping into details, let me explain why we created this product and how it can help our customers to get rid of some of their major headaches. With the rapid growth of the Internet of Things, related technologies like cloud connectivity are spreading across all kinds of verticals, including to what I would call traditional verticals. Now, what do I mean with traditional verticals? I am referring to verticals with products that are not very high-tech, or products that may be complex on an electrical or mechanical level, but that traditionally only had very little software requirements and potentially no cloud-related requirements at all. Let me give you some examples of those verticals and products that are suddenly now becoming smart. One of them is smart building, with HVAC products that used to be dumb but are getting smarter and smarter. Of course, reducing energy consumption and increasing efficiency is one of the main aspects here. From smart buildings, let's jump to smart homes. Just think about different household appliances like coffee makers, dishwashers, or washing machines that you can control and monitor remotely. On a larger scale, smart city is such vertical. Plain old street lamps or other infrastructure, waste containers, a lot of things that potentially can and eventually will connect to the internet. And as a final example, think about smart agriculture. Agriculture equipment that combines technologies like geo-positioning, local sensors, as well as cloud-based data, and possibly even AI. Now, what is common for those traditional verticals is that a lot of vendors in those may have established great market access, and they may have significant knowledge in their specific domain, but they are mostly new to IoT and cloud, which creates a major headache for them. More specifically, it's all about software and cloud know-how, as well as the related engineering and certification efforts that are required for making smart products. This is exactly where our new product family, Device on Module, comes in. Device on Module is a small module that provides instant cloud connectivity. In more detail, the module contains a combination of microcontroller, firmware stack, and radio interface for out-of-the-box device-on connectivity. So what the module does is reading data from physical sensors, processing and caching the data, and then using device-on technology to push that data to a variety of supported cloud platforms. Device on Module is not a single product only, but we will gradually launch more and more modules that are form, fit, and function compatible. But they will implement different interfaces for cloud connectivity. On a side note, the radio interfaces are readily certified for a wide range of countries in order to allow hassle-free deployment. And talking about hassle-free, One of the highlights is the firmware stack that provides a zero programming approach. Using a graphical user interface, the firmware can be configured, choosing the connected sensors among a range of readily supported sensors, different sensor settings, sensor names, thresholds, and just as easily it allows configuration of cloud connectivity parameters. While device on module is the building block that combines all the core technology required for cloud connectivity, some components are still required to turn it into a complete sensor product. Basically, the minimum requirements are a power supply, and we do support battery-powered operation due to low power consumption, as well as connecting sensors of your choice. In order to achieve this, you will need a small carrier PCB. And this is where you have all the freedom. You can use one of Advantech's reference designs, or you can simply design your own carrier board. This is rather easy, since all of the active components are located on the device on module itself, not on the carrier. And of course, full reference documentation is available from Advantech. Now, one more thing is missing for a complete product: the housing. Once again, there is an Advantech reference design that can be used as evaluation platform for proof of concepts, as turnkey product. And once again, you have the freedom of creating your own. Enough about the concept. Let's jump to some practical application examples. Going back to our waste container from before, let's assume we are using a simple carrier PCB with just a fill level sensor and a battery. And of course, we use device on module to push this fill level information to our cloud application. This allows our customer to implement automated route planning and dispatching for the waste trucks, greatly increasing efficiency as well as the quality of service while reducing emissions. Another practical example is usage in a smart city environment, specifically smart lighting. Device on module in combination with brightness sensors, acceleration sensors, or even air quality sensors can be used to implement a wide range of services, ranging from automated lighting control, dead lamp detection, damage or vandalism detection, to collection of environmental measurements. Let me briefly wrap up the key aspects. Device on module is quickly available and significantly reduces engineering cost, while at the same time it gives you huge flexibility. With device on module being your core building block, you are free to pick off-the-shelf reference carrier PCBs and housing from Advantech, or to simply build your own. And when you need more support or customization, Advantech is there for you. We offer professional services both for designing your own carrier board as well as customizing one of Advantech's reference design for cost or feature optimization. Device on module can be your sensor's fast track to the cloud.
Hi everyone, welcome to Advantech Connect. In this session, we'll have to discuss what is ePaper enable future smart factory solution. Today, it's our honor to have Ink Jita here to introduce us the latest ePaper technology and its application in IoT.
Thank you. In the following minutes, I will show our technology and explain how to co-work with Advantech to gain a good result in the marketing. Thank you, Andy, for the opportunity to introduce Ink. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jita Lin from Ink. I will be presenting on behalf of Ink and introduce to you about Ink technology and what's so special about it. ePaper technology originated from MIT lab. In main feature is that it combines both electrical and traditional paper characteristics, using electricity to drive ink particle to achieve by stability and refractive. When image update is completed, e-paper will not be need any electricity to maintain image on e-paper display. This image will remain until next time you update again. No further power is consumed during this waiting period. Taking advantage of these characteristics, e-paper display consumes save 120 times of power consumed comparing to normal outdoor public information display. In addition, the paper-like property allows for full-angle viewing experience just like paper. Lastly, given the nature of refractive display, when outdoor brightness increases, so does clarity on image of e-paper. As most people know, Amazon Kindle uses e-paper as the screen. However, e-paper application spectrum goes beyond e-readers. For example, due to COVID-19, we see a lot of paper posts used for pandemic prevention announcements. If e-paper was used instead, all announcements could be shown on one movable e-paper enabled device, power a power cell, and run for several days without any plug-in power resource. This increases utilization efficiency per unit space and also help with contactless poster changing, and image can be updated wirelessly anytime for real-time message delivery. This is only one of use cases for e-paper display. In order to expand e-paper applications, we work with strategic system provider. We have been working with Advantech for a couple of years and have had successful product launches in several business verticals and industries, including medical, public signage, transportation, and so on.
To promote wireless e-paper display, Advantech create e-paper solution suite. Advantech solution suite are designed for system integrator to help them easily build up e-paper AIoT application. The complex network layer communication are perfectly controlled by Advantech device on e-paper. User can freely decide what information need to be shown on EPD devices and define the application scenario. There are 4 e-paper solution suites for AIoT application, including smart factory, meeting room management, public signage, and smart war room solutions. In Smart Factory Solution Suite, system integrator can easily integrate wireless e-paper solution with existing WMS system. E-paper devices can automatically connect to the network without complex setup. This Smart Factory Solution Suite can improve warehouse efficiency and reduce human error for inventory management. In Meeting Room Solution Suite, Advantech developed device on e-paper Outlook agent to work with Microsoft Outlook and Office 365. This device on e-paper agent can help IT department to deploy EPD device effortlessly. There's no need to develop extra software to work with existing meeting room management system. Advantech also provides e-paper mounting kit for customer. This mounting kit can help mounting the EPD device on the meeting room or meeting room wall.
In 2019, Ink officially announced entering the color era. Previously, our products were 3 colors at the most. And now we have released 2 other color technologies, namely Ink Kaleido series and Ink Gallery series. Kaleido makes use microprinting technology. Color filter array or CFA is now printing on top ink image film. This elevates glass-based CFA and making Kaleido much lighter and better color performance. We believe Kaleido is a perfect choice for outdoor signage. Gallery, the other hand, produces its color on ink label with the ink image film. Gallery has more than 30,000 colors, and the image on Gallery looks like printing quality, suitable for indoor applications. Both technologies are currently available from Ink, and we expect them to expand in both demand and application in a foreseeable future. Next, we leverage ePaper's low power consumption property and combine with other technologies, such as NFC and UHF for energy harvesting. This combination creates the battery display solution. We believe the combination of energy harvesting and ePaper is going to transfer warehousing and logistics industry to a new level. As the e-commerce sourcing in the past years, there had been tremendous amount of packaging waste, and many countries have had policy to reinforce usable packaging box. ePaper will not replace the box, but make it truly reusable by replacing the one-time paper stickers with battery ePaper solution. Our battery-free solution will be key to create new business models and applications while complying to new ESG guidelines. ePaper used in a warehouse will increase working efficiency when changing paper labels at packing station. Often the label at packing station change on weekly basis. Of course, ePaper labels can also be applied on reusable delivery box or baskets to save time and cost for cleaning process when the box were returned. We also expect to work with Advantech to expand NFC and UHF battery-free solutions with ePaper for the industry and smart city applications.
With new battery-free ePaper technology, Advantech is planning to develop UHF RFID tag solution. This UHF RFID tag solution can provide contentless remote data update and real-time location information. With this information, customer can deploy into smart factory AGV or logistic bin solution. We will reveal more information in Q3 this year.
Yes, ePaper has low power consumption by stability and all viewing angle properties. Through co-working with Advantech, there are a lot of successful projects in the different fields.
In the future, we believe that color ePaper and battery-free technology can create more opportunities.
Hello, my name is Ben Shen, and I'm Advantech Cloud IoT's Business Group's Product Division Director in charge of private 5G infrastructure solution. Today, I'd like to give a brief about Advantech's recent progress about private 5G network solution ideas and how Advantech can help partners who are interested in building private 5G network solutions. As private 5G is a big topic, in this short 10 minutes, I hope to be able to bring 2 to 3 key points to your attention. After that, if you have any questions regarding Advantech private 5G infrastructure or related components, please contact me by email. First, let's understand why Advantech wants to enter the private 5G network market. 1. OT, operational technology. Advantech is already a key supplier in this industry chain. Second, IT, information technology. Advantech also has been providing our partners with a rich product portfolio on industrial and enterprise network gateways, routers, enterprise wide area network platforms, universal customer premise equipment, and Advantech WISE-PaaS, WISE-Stack private cloud solutions. Third, CT, communication technology. The evolvement of the entire ecosystem of 5G open radio access networks enables us to create 5G solutions in order to accelerate the growth of industrial IoT. The integrations of OT, IT, and 5G-based CT is the driving force for new applications and business growth. Let's use 5G technology to accelerate the growth of IoT. Advantech began its private 5G infrastructure POC creation last year. During this period, we worked with radio units and 5G core partners to establish a set of experimental indoor private 5G base stations. But actually, the very first live demonstration was conducted in December 2019 at Advantech World Partner Conference in Taipei. We showed the 5G radio units and 5G base station with Open RAN architecture along with Advantech Sky 8000 hardware platforms, connecting a Samsung 5G smartphone, performing a live HD video streaming from the private base station to the handheld device. From this, we can see the advantages of open 5G RAN architecture we now can use Open RAN-based third-party radio units, ISVs, 5G infrastructure software, and Intel x86-based hardware platforms to create 5G base station for private mobile network connectivity. While creating a private 5G network infrastructure at Advantech, we understand the importance of collaboration with the 5G Open RAN ecosystem on a global scale. We are actively looking for like-minded partners, learning from each other, jointly seeking business opportunities, and co-creating use cases. Our partners include domain-focused system integrators, 5G core ISVs, 5G radio unit developers, Ethernet switch manufacturer, maintenance and technical supports, and application solution technologies, many of which are available from Advantech, by the way. Another advantage of 5G Open RAN architecture is that several main components, such as the radio units, virtual distributed units, virtual central units, 5G core software, and associated hardware platforms can be scaled up and out, optimized, and even customized for different IoT applications. But the most important thing is, it allows us to innovate new applications and co-create IoT business opportunities with ecosystem partners. Here, I will quickly give an example of a new IoT product with 5G connectivity, Advantech's 5G Enterprise Universal Customer Premise Equipment, FWA 1112VC, which has the following attributes and functions suitable for 5G used in enterprises or industrial premise. 1. Ruggedized fanless design. 2nd, -20C to 70C wide temperature operating range. 3rd, 5G, i.e. N78, N79 band supports, LTE, Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6. And 4, high reliability, compatible with SD-WAN and security solutions from software partners such as Ava, Fortinet, Silverpeak, and FlexiWAN. Advantech Enterprise Universal Customer Premise Equipment can help you extend the company's private 5G network connectivity to other devices, even devices that may only have a Wi-Fi connection or even just a wired Gigabit Ethernet connection. Another product from Advantech for 5G industrial IoT connectivity is ICR 4453. It comes with a variety of I/O ports quite suitable for connecting industrial devices to 5G cellular network. Here, let me share our plan for the new private 5G demo. This year, we want to build another private 5G solution demonstrator, possibly at a customer's premise. This new live demo will consist of other Advantech IoT technologies, such as video solutions and IoT gateways. We will perform live 4K video streaming through our dedicated 5G base station, connecting Advantech's 5G base station infrastructure and Advantech's Vega video encoding and decoding solutions with Advantech FWA 1112VC. On a MEC platform co-located with our base stations, we will use other Advantech Vega cards to implement AI-assisted video analytic capabilities in the private 5G infrastructure. From IoT's perspective, enterprise local 5G and AI-assisted 4K video analytics can lead to new applications to help companies improve productivity, production yield, and industrial safety. Remember, 4K video analytics can use the advantages such as high bandwidth and low latency connection with high reliability offered by 5G. Let's see one private 5G use case of AI-assisted automated optical inspection. Take this for example, the inspection of production defects after the dual inline package soldering process. Nowadays, mostly the inspection work relies on human eyes, which will get strained, which may lead to misinterpretation of flawed solder components. Even with a sound SOP in place, a judgment on a solder quality from a new operator may be inconsistent to that from a skilled operator. This will likely lead to a quality issue on the dip soldering. So there is the so-called AI AOI, Artificial Intelligence Assisted Automated Optical Inspection. Now each dip line has a camera and a workstation PC with a GPU card doing the optical inspection for the operator. If you have one dip soldering line, you have one set of camera and a workstation. That seems fine. But if you have 10 deep soldering lines, like a bigger factory, you will need at least 10 sets of cameras and workstations. You may have to rely on Wi-Fi or wire connections to connect to your deep learning platform, maybe in the cloud, maybe in the enterprise and data center. And we know that Wi-Fi cannot offer reliable connectivity, which again may lead to a yield rate and potential another production quality issues. Now, if you use private 5G to connect these devices, such as 4K cameras, to the local base station, which can contain AI inferencing capability, you can easily scale out your automated AOI capacity based on a reliable and high bandwidth wireless connection. Local private cloud combined with local private 5G networks strengthen AI-assisted manufacturing capability. Again, looking at the current AI AOI, the equipment of each station is scattered. The cost of decentralized equipment can be high when the scale gets big. The physical wiring is complicated. The maintenance cost is high. By integrating to the private 5G network with a centralized equipment investment, the overall OpEx will get reduced. Use a private cloud to complete AI model management. Presently, most industrial devices and equipment may not support 5G connectivity. However, IoT applications can use 4K video analytics combined with 5G's low latency, high bandwidth, and high reliability features to improve enterprise productivity and other operation KPIs. Other examples involve applications in the steel mill factory. For example, the hot rolling process can use AI-assisted 4K video analytics through 5G connectivity and data transmission to achieve timely adjustments of the manufacturing process parameters. Another example is the handling process of hot metal scrap. 5G 4K video analytics can also be used to improve work efficiency and safety. Also, for steel mills or petrochemical facilities, the next example is for situational awareness and remote diagnosis purposes for relatively tall facility or equipment with a certain distance away. We can use 5G connected drones with 4K video image for work and structural safety diagnosis. Before ending my presentation today, I would like to give a quick recap about key takeaways. First, combining Advantech's existing IT and OT product portfolios, we are integrating 5G technologies, including 5G network infrastructure solution, to our AIoT story. Second, Advantech is actively engaging with 5G ecosystem partners to create useful private 5G solutions. And third, Advantech 5G infrastructure integrated with Sky 8000 series will accelerate your private 5G solution adoption. Thank you for your participation today. If you have any questions about our private 5G demonstrator, please feel free to contact us. We look forward to having you join us in the creation of 5G solution for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas, Andy, Jetta, and Ben. Now we turn our attention to Product Supervisor Charlie Wu and Golden Chiu from Advantech to delve further into the topic of our latest wireless design-in services and e-paper solutions.
Thank you. In this session, I'll quickly go over the latest innovation from Advantech wireless solutions in 5G and Wi-Fi 6, as well as our design services. As presented earlier by Mr. Ruggeri, Advantech industrial wireless solutions are designed to provide several key aspects to service our customer. It provides commonly used wireless protocol to service a wide variety of applications. Our solution also provides key attributes including 5 to 7 years longevity and wide temperature support, aiming to provide a reliable and robust wireless solution from embedded market to industrial and also ruggedized environment. Advantech also has a support team and partner with outside laboratory to provide a design service to our customer that helps to integrate wireless function into our customer solutions. Taking a deep dive into our industrial wireless solution, first is the AIW100 series of Wi-Fi module. We have AIW152 currently in production that supports L211AC and Bluetooth 4.2 with AIW162 Wi-Fi module on horizon. Both will have wireless kit solutions that are pre-certified with FCC RF and CE RED with included antenna to speed up the design-in process and save certification cost. Wi-Fi solutions are ideal for various vertical markets including military, smart factory, kiosk, medical equipment, and digital signage markets. Upcoming addition to the family is AIW162. This is the Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0 module planning to make its debut in mid to late March. Form factor is common M.2 2230 A and E key, which supports 2T2R MIMO. With AO211AX support, the speed is 3 times faster than previous generation AO211AC, and it makes it ideal for applications like digital signage, smart factory, and medical devices. FCC and CE certified solution kit is also planning to release in Q2 of this year. Advantech also offers AIW300 series as our 4G and 5G wireless solution. We have 4G LTE module in mass production with 5G solution in progress. AIW344 provides LTE Cat4 communication capability, and AIW355 is the upcoming 5G solution that provides lightning-fast wireless communication speed. These wireless solutions provide bandwidth needed by market and applications like Industrial 4.0, Smart City, augmented reality, and virtual reality. Also, autonomous or self-driving vehicles. AIW355 is the latest 5G wireless module that are planning to make its debut around end of March. It will support the 5G NR LTE and WCD MA with a compact module of an M.2 3052B key. It will utilize communication protocol to USB communication protocol to support the host. PCIe interface is under development as an option, and the module will support commonly used positioning uplink, including GPS, Baidu, and Galileo. The kit solution scheduled to release in Q2, other than being agency certified such as FCC RF, CE RED, will also have industrial standard certification of PTCRB and GCF. For North American market, the module also has plans to have AT&T carrier certification by default. In quick summary, our wireless solutions and modules can enhance the capability of your edge device for different applications, making them ideal candidate for our customer to look into, including wireless capability into their edge device and systems, and make it a good addition to complement Advantech's Edge Plus strategy. Another great tool that Advantech offers is the wireless design-in solution service. Advantech has a team of engineers to assist on common integration issues, and we also want to speed up the customer integration and make a design-in solution or the design-in as painless as possible. Advantech partnered with DECRA Laboratory to provide quick and easy integration capability. Customer can choose from the different wireless solutions, modules, and kit offered by Advantech, and then go to DECRA's AICP link from Advantech website to fill out the form and select the target market to get a quote. This will help our customer to get their system certification easy, no matter what the wireless solution is used in conjunction with Advantech's system or not. Next, Golden will provide us with exciting, good new product offer from ePaper Solutions.
Hi everyone, I'm Golden Chiu, Product Supervisor at Advantech. Today, I would like to share more details on our wireless ePaper display solutions and offer some application scenarios. Starting with our small display at 5.6 inches. This unit is ideal for conference room management. Our midi-sized display at 13 inches is great for displaying information at pharmacies or clinics. Our larger 31-inch display is perfect for displaying valuable information in public space like the bus stops. And our display features amazing energy and cost savings, ultra-low power consumption, the cableless and the battery solutions, the rugged intrusion deny, and the reliable wireless connectivity. You can also easily manage those e-paper displays with our included software. Advantech e-paper products support Wi-Fi connectivity for applications that may need shorter communication distance. The 4G LTE for long-distance communication to cover various needs, which included indoor and outdoor. When implementing different connection methods, make sure that they don't operate on the same frequency to avoid interference with one another. And let's talk about how to run the e-paper via apps with 3 easy-to-go steps. First, obtain a sample code for your user scenario. Then let Advantech ePaper Manager integrate the RESTful API for device update. The final step is to update the information to EPD device via different connectivity methods we just mentioned in the previous slide. And what makes Advantech ePaper different from others? It's very simple. Our software, the device management, can report device status, battery status, as well as remotely manage and control EPD device. Also, its flexibility image generator allows customers to use the temperature editor to drag and drop image component and set up data fields on the temperature component for future automatic image push. And this two-way communication helps to manage the system more easily. Then the service management can provide image automatic delivery and firmware update over the air. In summary, Advantech's wireless e-paper display is able to provide a complete solutions for customers for their smart city, factory, hospital, and building applications. And I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. Please feel free to contact me if you have any question. Thank you and have a nice day.
Both 5G and Wi-Fi 6 are complementary technologies that provide higher speeds, lower latency, and increased capacity. With today's session, I hope all of you have enjoyed watching the latest market trends and wireless solution discussion. Thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.